What happens when we die? I don't know. But you don't know either. In fact, none of us know. Regardless of what our personal beliefs tell us, no human on earth actually knows what happens after death. And honestly, I don't think we'll ever know. I've been thinking about death a lot, but not in a suicidal way. My grandparents who raised me are nearing their late 80s, and seeing them age is honestly very overwhelming. I realized that I had no idea where they would go after they died. I didn't have any of my own beliefs about the afterlife until recently. Growing up in an Orthodox Christian home, I was introduced to religion through my Sunday school at my church. I believed in the concept of hell for the bad souls, a pit of eternal fire and suffering, and heaven for the good souls, a place in the clouds where all your dreams come true. Eventually, I abandoned my religious ideologies after going to Catholic school. I felt that organized religion just wasn't for me. I was actually completely atheist at a point, but I realized it is naive to believe that humans are the be-all, end-all. If we don't reign supreme, then who does? Now, don't get me wrong, I do believe there is a God out there. Maybe God isn't the right word to use, but maybe there's a power out there, a force, something so complex and intangible that we as humans cannot even fathom what governs us. I believe our lives are written out for us, and we are merely following along, crossing out some words here and there as we stumble on our path through life. Most of us in the Western world are buried or cremated. Our loved ones gather to mourn for the loss of our physical being. But if energy that is created can never be destroyed, then where does our soul go? Where does that spirit travel to? Does it travel anywhere? I was curious to learn more, so I asked my Instagram followers what they wanted to happen in the afterlife. Most responses mentioned something about being with our loved ones, and honestly, this is quite expected. I feel like it'd be so painful to lose someone that really means a lot to you, so if we can reunite with them in the afterlife, then that's amazing. This person mentioned the spirit world and to be able to watch over the real world. So I do think that we sort of transition to a spirit world regardless of where we go and what happens to us. And honestly, being able to watch over the world is something I really want to do. I got some other interesting replies, like this person who says the afterlife don't exist, buddy, and fair enough, you don't have to believe in it. Or this person who is one of my friends that said that he wants me to die again. Now, if you don't know what the egg is, I'll link a video down below. But this theory says we'll reincarnate over and over again into every single person that has ever existed. And once we learn everything, we ourselves will become a god. And honestly, I really hope this doesn't happen because I don't want to forget myself. I don't want to forget the people I love. It's just scary to me. These next two comments are quite similar and honestly really interesting. And basically, it's a life where we are living the exact same thing we have right now, but we're not plagued with any burdens. So no bills, as this person says, or here, no financial burdens, no health burdens. And I feel like this would be so cool, like the potential that we could reach without being held back by these things. And this person went further to say that, a lot of our life is out of control. So in the afterlife, we should have full control of everything in our own reality. And honestly, I really like that. This person mentions heaven and says that it's best because we can be ourselves. And that's something that I feel like is really important to me. I want to continue being myself. I don't want to forget myself. And he said best case scenario will be with our own family, our own people. So if this is best case scenario, I do not want to know what the worst is. That'd be amazing. Now, this person's opinion here, I can really get on board with because I would give up every single penny to my name to be able to sit down and rewatch all of the happy moments of my life. I love this. I hope it exists. And this one too, a movie and recap of my life. I want to see. There's so many things that we've forgotten. I want it to be like how a good sleep feels without getting up. And honestly, a good sleep feels great. And I too want it to be peaceful and quiet. We literally need peace. Humans need peace. And this person says it's going to be an eternal blissful sleep, which honestly, that sounds amazing to me. If that was it, I'd be happy. Now, just as the last person mentioned they don't want suffering, this person mentions that too, even though they haven't thought about it much. And I agree. We've suffered so much on earth. I truly hope we don't have to suffer again in the afterlife at all. Now, this person mentions to be free of pain as well, but they also mention manifesting meaning and happiness for themselves. And I actually find that really cool. Maybe we can't find the meaning of our life here on earth, or maybe the meaning is not what we had in mind. And it's also hard to find this eternal happiness. So it'd be cool if in the afterlife we can do that for ourselves. Honestly, I still don't know what I want. I think about it several times a week. I'm not scared of dying, but I'm scared to experience existence without the ones that I love. So honestly, I started right there. I envision a place that is my version of paradise, a tropical island, or the coast of a sea town, a place where there is warmth and sunshine year-round, unlimited resources for all, and no suffering. A place with no religious, language, or race barriers. A place where all of my friends and family gather, and all of their friends and families too. The few thousand of us live here in peace. We are aware of our worldly experiences, and that is why we do not need to know what suffering feels like to enjoy the good. We've felt it already. We do whatever comes to our mind, and we get to try out on all the stuff we may have missed, such as surfing, or even learning how to work with textiles. We also get to reconnect with those that we didn't get to know enough with our time here on Earth. So even though I don't see much of my family right now, I will learn every detail about them one day. I feel like I've missed out on a big part of life, having most of my family live really far from me. So I really hope this happens. We are able to see what goes around everywhere in the rest of the universe. We can see how humans unfortunately continue to ruin the planet. We can see living forms on planets far away, and we can also watch over our loved ones that we left behind, sending them little messages of encouragement in mysterious ways. All of the secrets of the world are revealed to us. We become all-knowing. We now have the wisdom we once dreamed of. I really hope this place exists. I really hope my fantasy becomes a reality. But if not, I do have another desire that I've been pushing away. Maybe after we die, nothing happens. Our body decomposes and returns to dust. We close our eyes only to never open them again. Our soul does not leave, but nor does it stay. We cease to exist. We cease to feel. We cease to know. Instead, we enter blissful sleep, an eternal sleep, and we just rest.